I am trying to. Um, just out here, just enjoying some coffee in my little spot real quick. Getting ready for the day. So, I got a job with LLC Landscaping. And for 2 days in a row now, been left hanging. So I decided to move on because what's the point of working for somebody who doesn't communicate? They told me to go to a location out here in Boise. I go to the location, I'm waiting for them. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I went to the meetup spot and I waited clear to 10:30. Yeah, I figured, well, 2 hours and 40 minutes now. 9:30. So I have a guaranteed job today, so I will be working for, I'm actually really stoked about it. The only downside to it is that I have to bring a different pair of shoes with me every day, shoes to change into, which really for me, problem. Um, and the reason why it's a problem is because I ride on these pedals anyway, the clipless pedals, so I have to wear these shoes when I ride it anyway. They got the clips on them, so no big deal. But hey, this is my little hangout spot. I started using this bag because it's bigger. It's kind of funny. You can laugh. It's worth it. It's worth a good laugh in the morning. It's always good to laugh. But I have these shoes that I change into. But I also have my other backpack inside here. So I still carry my normal bag with these shoes. I decided to bring these shoes today because they fit better in my bag. But normally I would have my work boots, but hopefully today I'll be working for an older friend doing some side work. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny, I got my big bag, and then I have my riding backpack in there. And it's only so that I could carry my other shoes. But yeah, I'm super stoked. This Monday I will be working for a company that they package food. They distribute, and then they distribute their, on a mass production, they distribute their food out to like stores like Winco, Whole Foods, Walmart, stuff like that. So I'll be dealing with food processing plant packaging. So I'm pretty stoked for that. Not sure what the pay will be like, but I'm getting the job, and it's a full-time job. and I'm getting the job through Elwood Staffing, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Supposed to be getting the details this weekend about it, where it's at and all that stuff, and then I get hired on. It'll be an immediate hire type of thing, so I'm pretty stoked for that. It's just, I tried the landscaping because it's what I love to do, and I found out that it is a much, much more competitive trade than what I initially thought. I've always known it to be really good work. It's work that I enjoy doing, making the land beautiful, city, making it look nice, things like that. I just enjoy it. But I found out that there is, here in Boise alone, 700 landscaping companies. I had no idea. That's a lot. I'm hoping to be able to go to work today. Doing a side job just till I can start work on Monday. I'm gonna check a message really quick. Probably as usual. What is today's date? Oh, today's the 9th. Okay. My wife has a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so let's try to keep her in our prayers. Really hope these surgeries go good for her. Unfortunately, I think she said she snapped an ACL, one of the cadavers for her ACL, and she tore a hole in her meniscus. Have to have knee replacement, so just keep her in our prayers. My wife, her intestines, they were inflamed. She's been dealing with some health complications. And she has to have surgery on her other leg as well. Unfortunately, the dogs drug her across the yard, and it kind of messed her up pretty good. So I've been really trying hard to keep my head above water and positive. So for all, yeah, if we can just keep some prayers out for her, I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean a lot. Try not to cry, because that's my wife, and I love her more than anything in the world, and it hurts as you know as Viking. It hurts to see her hurt, because I believe a certain way of life. I live by the 9 noble virtues, and I live by my own virtues in life as well. And she's priority one. She will always be my number one. My wife, has always been there, especially when I needed it the most. And so I'm gonna see if I can get some prayers out there from the YouTube fam and the watchers, people that watch YouTube. So yeah, it's just pray for her. Hopefully she'll get better soon. So yeah, that's been a little bit rough on me a little bit, you know. But as for myself, I really can't complain. I've just been trying to stay strong, you know, stay strong for her, you know, primarily. Um, but I hope everybody out there is having a great day. You know, sit in my little spot, drink some coffee, and wake up for the day, and just handle the day. Yeah, my wife, she's such a sweetheart. She found me some of the dark roast. I usually buy Folgers Black Silk medium roast because it's what I like. It's super smooth, good coffee. But my incredibly awesome wife found me some dark roast. And I went from drinking like 4 pots of coffee or 4 or 5 pots of coffee a day, because I'll drink coffee till I'm like, even while I'm in bed, like laying down, you know, I'm drinking my coffee, you know, it's just my thing, you know. Um, but now, because of this new coffee, um, I drink a pot a day. Slowed my intake down quite a bit. Yeah, I tried drinking 2 pots of it yesterday. Let me tell you, that didn't end too well. Had so much energy, I didn't know what to do with it all, and I stayed up clear till 1:30ish in the morning. But I got up this morning pretty early and got ready and headed out the door. I actually remembered to eat breakfast with my Kepler today, because I take about 1,000 milligrams of it a day to control my seizures. But yeah, no, this spot's really cool, all the clouds. It said it was cloudy, but um, where's all the clouds at? I'm like, it says it's cloudy outside, but I don't see any I don't see any clouds. I see a beautiful blue sky. No, I just thought it was kind of funny. But no, this spot is such a chill spot to come and hang out, chill. I come here, you know, to, you know, come and enjoy my coffee and whatnot. If you guys want a good laugh, it's worth it. It's pretty funny. So I started carrying this bag with me because I really like it. And I carry an extra change of clothes, like if I need shorts or what have you. So I have my shoes to change out of, because these things, they really suck to walk in. But I have my normal bag that I normally have with me, and then this one. Yeah, this place is such a chill spot to come and hang out. I usually only buy 1 pack of these a year. But I make sure I keep track of my cigarette butts, because this place is, in my opinion, I mean, just me, in my opinion, this place is way too pretty, like too beautiful and peaceful of a place to just leave trash and things like that. Actually, Lizard, so this is here in Boise, Idaho. And it's really cool because, see that tree right there? It is so big on the inside of it, you can literally put a house inside there. It is so cool. And then they just, like, in through here in this little park right here. They created a frisbee golf course. It's super cool. But yeah, this place is just, you got your little creek here, and then you got over here, you got this one too. And then I just sit on this concrete slab and I try to keep it really clean so that when I come and sit on it, like I'm not getting all super dirty. But I've come here, I've picked up all the trash because people are people, I guess. I'm not going to say anything mean because that's just not me. And I don't like people talking bad mouthing about me. But I came through here and I picked up all the trash that was in through here. And I just try to, I come here early in the mornings and I try to keep it upkeep and keep it clean. Sorry, I'm autistic. I have a hard time explaining things. But no, and there's a trash, and here's what upsets me. And yes, you are absolutely right, Lizard. Only some people are not nice to nature. Not everybody's like that, and I'm not saying that in any way. But what's upsetting is the fact that there's literally a trash can right here. And it took me like 30 seconds to walk to it, if that. I mean, like, but we have here in Boise some really cool organizations of people that they just literally, they come out here and they clean up the sides of the river and stuff like that, and they help it's so cool. They help with like the beavers and helping them be able to like move along down the river and create little homes and stuff, and then they'll come through and make it to where their habitat is cleaner and better. They actually have a thing here that they made out of cans, and they call it Can Man, and it's so cool because like there's so many good people out there, but then there's just those few that that they just leave trash behind them. They flick their cigarette butts wherever they want, and things like that. And I mean, I'm not here to, judge people for what they do, because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect me, it affects nature. And I'm not going to, like, let that get to me, because like, why let it get to me when I could just be a part of helping fix the problem? Why create a problem when I could just simply help fix it? Help fix it. I just believe that way. But Boise is a wonderful place to raise your kids. I mean, I raised my daughter here. She's 25. I adopted her when she was 9 years old. And sure, she's a brat, but what kid isn't? I know I was. I was a hell of a brat when I was a kid. Always picking at my parents. I mean, out of fun, but like me and my dad, we're still super close. We talk on a regular basis. My ma's, we haven't really been talking, but she really hasn't been talking to anybody. 5 years ago, she was involved in like a severe accident that almost killed her. She rolled her van, and quite literally from like here all the way to the back of her head, to where there was like that much room left before her whole scalp would have came off with the hair and everything. My baby brother, he came up from behind her, and her scalp was just flapped off, sitting on the back of her head, and he was the passenger, and she was driving, and he had his seatbelt on, and she didn't have hers on, and she went through the front windshield, and she shattered her left arm. She's had been through 9 surgeries with her left arm. Her scalp took, I want to say 2.5 years to fully heal, because it kept getting infected and the stitches kept popping. It was a pretty gruesome accident, really. I got to see some of the pictures that were taken, and it was pretty disturbing. She right now, because my dad has a couple of places, she is literally in a house, and like the house is boarded up towards like pitch black dark in there, and that's how she's living right now. She's just staying in the dark, and she's not really talking to people. And when she does, it's like she's not very nice. And we don't know why. We don't understand it. My grandma is completely heartbroken. She's been there, trying to be there for her, which is cool. I gave her the truck that I bought when I was 16. I gave her my truck, and I told my dad that she could have it. But she's not to drive until she is approved through the DMV where she can drive. Like, I want to make sure she's safe. You know what I mean? Because she's my mom. You know what I mean? And I want the best for her. I hope she's doing good. I've been trying to, all of us boys, all of us kids, have been trying to get her to talk to us, and she's like, I don't know. I don't even understand it, really. I just hope she's doing good. So if we can get some prayers out there for her, that would be super awesome. It's been super hard on me, because it's my mom, but um, staying strong through situations like that is much harder than what I thought it was going to be. 5 years later, I still find myself crying about it here and there, because she's mom, and I want what's the doctors, they're actually still doing surgeries on her. And this has been 5 years later. They've almost got her arm back to normal. Her brain, I think she's got like a lot of brain damage from the front windshield, from getting her head pushed through it. But she's in a dark place right now, and I hope best for her, But I hope Lizard, I hope you're having a good day. Oh yeah, when people put gum on the floor, yeah, it's pretty rude when people do that. Or even like when you go to like a restaurant and there's like all the gum underneath the tables and stuff. Like, it's crazy that people do that. Yeah, the doctors say she'll be all right. They are hoping she'll be good. It they just said that the healing process is just, it's gonna take time. I mean, it's just gonna take her time to heal back up. Yeah. Yeah, I have I can't, it had like in a different language, but it says hello, piercing man. Yeah, I like my piercings. I've got my tongue pierced, my septum, my gauges, my nipples are pierced. I'm at a gauge 4, 4 gauge. Um, they're pretty decent sized gauges. I actually have an extra pair in my bag. I took these ones out because they were heavy, so I bought a set of I got a set of straight bar ones that are a little bit lighter. And then these ones, these came with the septum piercing. I just didn't like how big these were. A little excessive in my opinion. So I put these small black ones on from my other one. But that's how big my nipple gauges are. Nothing too crazy. I mean, my wife's like, she doesn't understand why I gauged them. She was cool with the whole like getting them pierced part, and then I gauged them, and then she's like, "Yep, that's my husband." Crazy. The crazy man. Well, she said the crazy F word, but I try not to use curse words on my channel. I try to project more. I'm trying to actually stop cussing in general, because there's so much more intelligent words that can be used rather than a curse word. You know what I mean? Like, there's just healthier ways to live, and I want to project positive energy more. Damn, I'm sorry, Lizard, that you got bullied like that. That's not cool that people... The world's a cruel place. People are so cruel out there that it's like past our understanding, because we're good-hearted, good-natured people. I've never really been good at handling bullies. I usually bully the bullies, because why pick on someone that is weaker than you? In my opinion, that's a coward's move. Because why wouldn't you just go bully someone that's every bit as big and mean and ornery as yourself? You know what I mean? Like, you know, in my opinion, that's a coward's move, because it's not okay to bully disabled people, or people are going through a hard time, like with dealing with the death in the family. Like, that's something, in my opinion, that people should have more compassion for, um, and try to help that person through their hard time. For example, my friend Austin yesterday, I brought him to this little spot. Um, he was actually going to commit suicide, and I I saved I saved him yesterday. I brought him here and I shared some coffee with him. I gave him a cigar, gave him a couple of cigarettes for the day, and made sure that he was good. You know what I mean? Like, made sure he had something to eat, you know, things like that. Like, you know, I was riding by, I was actually headed to this spot, and we were like 3 minutes away from the spot walking, and I seen his eyes, dude, his eyes were like red and there was like blackness in it. Like, he did not look good. And he was just in such a state of depression that he, he wanted to commit suicide. He was literally looking for a place to kill himself. And he, after we were done here, he gave me a hug and he told me thank you so much. He's like, man, he goes, that means a lot. And I'm even going to get him connected in the work field and help him get working. And I told him, I was like, bro, you got to find self-happiness. I said, your family, people, nobody's going to be able to make you happy until you can make yourself happy. And you can't make anybody else happy until you find self-happiness. You know, because if you're not happy, you can't make somebody else happy. And other people aren't going to want to, you know, not everybody is going to be like myself and just stop and say, hey, what's going on? You know, type of thing. Because most people, they don't care what's going on with other people. They're just going to walk right on by, you know what I mean? And I chose to be the person to stop and check up on him because, you know, my friend Austin, he is a good friend of mine, and he's been a good friend of mine for about 2 years now. Mellow guy, you're watching this while working out. Oh, that's awesome. That's funny. Oh, if you guys subscribe to my channel, I will subscribe back to yours as soon as we're done with the live as well. Not asking for any more subscribers. I was just wanted to say, you know, hey, you know. But yeah, no, I'm just, you know, I'm out here just chilling, you know, getting ready for the day, you know, talking to the YouTube fam for a bit. Oh, oh, so we went up to my friend's restaurant, and we went up there to, you know, grab a bite to eat and play some pool. Well, you know, we were sitting at that table, and, you know, we got some finger steaks, some toast, and some fries and whatnot. And that raspberry jam vape that I had, somebody stole it. So one of the guys that works there, he gave me this vape, and it was pretty much brand new when he gave it to me. But this one's a really good one as well. It's a pineapple coconut. This one's pretty good. It's by Fogger. Foger. It's a pretty good little vape. I like the flavor. It's pretty alright. Mellow guy. What all kind of workouts you do? I like bench pressing. Um, I don't do much push-ups anymore. I love riding my mountain bike for my core and everything. Um, and I like doing my single hand push-ups, but I'm only able to get like 28 per hand per arm. Um, Nothing too crazy, but I enjoy working out. It's good for the mind. It's good for your mind, your heart, and your soul. I believe it's, your health is important for sure. The only bad thing about work, the only downside, and it's really not even much of a downside, but the only downside to like working out super heavy and hardcore, like every day in, day out, is like I notice when I don't work out, I get depressed, like really bad, like bad depression, and I don't even know. The only thing that really helps is like I watch my YouTube videos. These Swisher Sweets now, they almost remind me, I don't know if you guys have ever smoked them, but they're the Prime Times. That's what these remind me. These filters are flavored. Do I have a favorite animal? Um, yeah, my favorite animal, um, I have to say it would be dogs. Great Huskies uh, are my favorite. We need to cook. I can get down in the kitchen. I can make a fair food style turkey, however you really want it, honestly. Um, my wife wants me to open a restaurant. It's kind of funny. She won't really cook anymore. She makes me do it all. She's like, you cook so much better than I do. And I'm like, no, I don't. And I'm like, because, I love cooking, but yeah, it's kind of funny. It's cool, though, because, like, my personal dream is I want to create I want a tattoo parlor that is different than any other parlor in the United States. I want mine to have like a restaurant in the back because one of the big things that I've noticed with tattooing people is that like people forget self-care before they get the tattoo done. So like they forget to eat, drink plenty of water, things like that. Like, you know, people forget the important part before they get the tattoo done. And so I want um my restaurant will be Valhalla's Dining Hall, and then shop, I want my tattoo shop to be called Viking Body Ink and Piercing. And that's one of my big dreams. Because I'm from Norway. So, I mean, like, Huskies, my Siberian Husky, he's like ridiculously smart. Like, I trained him to use the elevator buttons. You know, he helps with my seizures. He's my seizure disorder dog. He helps with my seizures. Your mom's a piercer lizard guy? That's pretty cool. My tattooing style, would it be traditional Viking? I would try to keep my tattooing, like, I try to keep, like, a diverse in my tattooing. Like, I try to, like, but my strongest suit, honestly, like, my strongest tattoos are tribal, tattoos. Um, that's where I really excel. I've actually done all my own personal tattoo work. Now that it's getting close to noon, it's getting hot out here. It's supposed to get into the 70s today, but we'll see. But yeah, like I did all this ink myself. This one on this side took about 8 hours, and then I have all this. I've got my thighs done, my feet. I've done the palm of my hand. That one sucks. This one, I went over it 54 times until it finally stuck. And for my piercing in my nose, and that's my hand. See, a lot of the ink falls out of the palm of the hand. That's the only downside. So you have to touch up once, like every 3 to 5 years. I've had this one now for about 4 years. My septum piercing, I did this while I was in prison. You know what a darning needle is? So a darning needle, if you don't know what that is, a darning needle it's one of those needles that you use for like crocheting, like putting letters and names and stuff like that into like quilts and stuff like that. And I just took it, I sterilized it, cleaned it up real good, and then I took it and I just punched right through. And it was my least painful piercing. My ears and my tongue hurt more than my septum piercing. This was the easiest piercing I've done. I mean, it was like, it didn't even hurt. I mean, the only thing that really happened was I had tears roll down my face, and that was just like the natural reaction to the body getting the piercing done. But as far as pain level, I would say it was maybe like a 2, if that. I mean, it was like, it started to go through and I felt a little sting, and then less than a bee sting, way less. I mean, it was like one of those moments where it was like a surreal moment. It was like, oh my gosh, I actually did this. Like, this just happened. Like, really? And it didn't even hurt. Like, I thought in the back of my mind, like in the forefront of my mind, I was like, man, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna suck. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. It's my nose. And was blown away. the pain was like not even relevant. It was like somebody pinching you would hurt more, honestly. Like a light little pinch hurt more. I I mean it's crazy. Um See, with tattooing, it's weird because the needle is going in and out at such a high rate of speed that it naturally numbs your skin. Like like you'll be getting the ink done and then there'll be like some spots that are like, "Oh, hey, yo, dude, not cool." And then like you'll let them just keep going and going and then pretty soon the tattoo's done. But I mean, it's not for everybody. And I totally get that, you know. It's some people have the pain tolerance for it and some don't. And for those that don't, you know, it's not for them, you know. But it doesn't make you a puss, lizard man, or noodle. Noodle Naka, it doesn't make you a puss just because you don't have ink done. It really doesn't. It's more of a lifestyle really than anything. Um, you could be the toughest man in the world lifting the most amount of weight and not have a single tattoo. And not be able to handle the tattoo ink. I mean, it doesn't define you as a person. It's just a lifestyle, in my opinion. That's the way I look at it, but no, Noodle man, Noodle, if you ever do decide you want some ink done, I'm more than happy to do it for you. I'm a light-handed artist. I'm not one of those guys, and like people that do this make me so mad because it's like they're tearing your skin up and they don't realize it. But you get those tattoo artists that are just like, all right, let's go, and then they start digging into your skin. And it's like, oh man, I want to knock you out, fool. Like there's people that just that just have a heavy hand. I've only experienced that once, and I told him I was like, no, I will do my own ink from now on. Like, and I've had this sleeve for like 3 4 years now, and it still looks as good as the day I did it. I mean, sure, I got some blowout spots in the back, but I just used my bathroom mirror to do it. Oh, lizard guy. What kind of lizard do you have? I'm gonna guess you have a bearded dragon. Just a guess. I love a bearded dragon. They are honestly my favorite reptile. Oh, I was right. Oh, that's awesome. Heck yeah. How big is he? That's super cool. I kind of want a picture of him. I kind of want to see what he looks like. I'm going to subscribe to your channel, Lizard Guy, for sure. Do you have any videos of him on there? Oh, be careful with your lizard around soda. One of my wife's friends spilled a soda and didn't clean it up, and then my lizard got into it, and it like destroyed his flesh. It killed him. It was crazy. So just gotta give you a heads up. You probably already knew that though, considering you've probably owned one for a while now. But it's the acid in the soda that really gets their skin bad, and it will kill them very quickly. And my lizard, he only walked through it, and it killed him. course, I had to be at work when it happened, but, you know, come home and my little buddy was gone. And he was cool. Like, I would take this lizard, I would take my bearded dragon everywhere with me. The people at O'Reilly's, when I would drive my truck, they loved my lizard. And I'd go in there, he'd just crawl all over me. Like, his favorite place to rest was right here. Like, he'd just rest right here, and then I'd just throw my sweatshirt over him and keep him tucked in, and he'd just chill all day long there. And he was my little buddy. But bearded dragons are so cool. You can teach them to wave to you too. Like, they'll wave back to you. Like, you can literally teach them to wave to you. It's so cool. They are so incredibly smart. Nice. But yeah, lizard guy, if you got, I'm gonna definitely have to subscribe to your channel. Let me see. I wish I could do that during the live. That would be so cool. Wait. Oh. Let me. It's okay. What time is it? 10:55, and my phone is at 38%. Well, I have a pretty awesome battery charger. I have a Anker battery charger, and I literally only have to use it like once during the day, unless if I'm doing my lives. If I'm doing my lives, then I'll kill the battery just using it in it. But it'll charge my phone like 5 or 6 times. Pretty reliable battery charger, honestly. It's pretty cool. I totally forgot I had one of these. Oh wow, it falls out of my pocket. That's the first. Alright. Alright, well, here for a bit. I'm gonna try to get a hold of my this lady that I was gonna go up to Lucky Peak today and go work on a property for a guy that I used to work for 2 years ago. His name's Jerry. Good people. I'm gonna try again. I've been trying all morning to get a hold of him. He usually sleeps about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then I'll usually head up there and go work for him. So I'm gonna head up there. I got a long bike ride. I mean, it's an 18-mile ride. Not too bad. Nothing too crazy. It takes me about an hour and a half to get up there. So, well, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe. be safe, ride safe, and we'll see you guys on the next live. I gotta get a hold of this person, some work today, because I gotta get some of my my rent caught up, because I've been struggling to find work. But I started working for that food packaging place here this Monday, so I'm excited for that. I've been waiting this morning for Jerry to get up, because he's in his 80s. He's like, I think he's like 84 this year, but he's super cool people. But I hope everybody out there has a great day and stay safe out there. We'll see you on the next live.